Hello guys, can you hear me? Hello guys, can you hear me? There's too much noise. I don't know what to do. God, Jesus, Holy Ghost, help me. Holy Ghost, take over. Holy Ghost, help. Good evening, everyone. Okay. Please, if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. Please, if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. Okay, Lekara, I can see you. Other people. Who else is here? I can see Lekara. Welcome, Lekara. I'm just waiting to see if other people will join up, so we have a meaningful time this evening. Thank you, Lekara, for joining up. It's good to have you here. Lekara, if you can hear me, let me see your response on the chats. Okay, thank you, Lekara. Thank you. Guys, if you're here, let me see your thumbs up. Let me get your message on the comment section so that I would know you guys can hear me very well so that we can start up. Who else is here? Okay, Ray Bima here. Welcome. Welcome. Okay, guys, I think those of you that came around, I think we would start up. I wouldn't want to waste the time that you have invested in being here. Once again, you're welcome. This is a platform that is designed and designated to help bridge the gap between the edtech or bridge the gap between edtech and you, right? Because I work in this space and I understand the problems that people face, especially students after learning. There is nobody to hold their hands to guide them through, and it is not so much a good thing. So I decided to bring this community to WhatsApp and to start with you guys. Normally I have my community on Telegram. By the way, this is MTC Maranatha Tech Consult, and we are involved in coaching, mentoring, consulting as well. So I thought it wise to bring it to WhatsApp, so that everybody can benefit. Everybody, when I mean everybody, everybody. That was why I asked that you can spread the news and invite your friends. All right. So today, what we'll be doing by God's grace is to take some of our questions, some of the questions that some of us have did drop in the group, and then the Power BI will start the Power BI project that you guys were given. And like I told you all, I intentionally gave that assignment because as an analyst, you are meant to stretch your memory, stretch your mind. Critical thinking is part of the tools. Yes, it's part of the tools that you need as a data analyst. Yeah, you are not spoon fed. All right. And I gave you that real life scenario that involves everything that you can get in a real life scenario, so that you will know how to do 1, 2, 3 things and understand what you're doing and what have you. Okay, so today, after before everything else, I would touch some of the questions that were asked, and we'll start off that Power BI project. I will explain the concepts one by one, and we'll get to understand. So if your system is open, that's very good. You might as well want to get a pen and paper, because probably you might want to jot down certain things. And again, like I said, the community is for you guys, is for us, is for you guys. I'm not charging nobody one kobo in that place. It is a place to help you grow. I checked in when I was doing the academy check-in during your time. I saw a lot of people asking, how do I get a mentor? How do I get into any mentorship group or community where we can grow together? And some of the people I know, the community or the communities that are free, they are just silent. Okay, they're just silent. And for you to get into a community that would engage you, you will need to pay. So I just thought to help us, right? That we create a community. It's me that is going to take out the time to be there, to hold us by the hand and guide us through this journey for everyone that wants to learn. All right, I'm charging nobody nothing. Bring in your problems, bring in things that you feel might be difficult for you in this space, and we would all walk through it together in this community to carry everybody for a very long time. So while we are at it, I encourage everybody here, everybody in that community that wants to grow in this field, as much as you can, leverage on it. And once a month, I would be bringing some of my colleagues that are experts in the field, and we'll be having sessions where they would tell you more about this field and their journey so far. Some of them work, they are positioned in different sectors in this field. So they will get to talk to you guys, their journey so far. So you know that whatever challenge you're facing is not peculiar to you. All right. And then these things are meant to motivate you and strengthen you to keep working. Do you guys understand me? Can you hear me? Wow, the network is breaking. Can anybody hear me? Please give me an emoji if you can hear me. if you understand what I just said now, if you heard what I just said now. Welcome, Rachel. Is the network breaking for everybody? Lekra said the network is breaking. Is it same for everybody? All right, thank you guys. At Lekra, I think it's your network, so please, you might want to log out and come back in. Okay, you said it's clear now. Okay, okay. So before I start, one of you guys asked the question how to survive in the freelance market. There is no other way to survive in the freelance market other than to keep showing up, to keep building, right? Getting, like I always say, getting your certificate is one thing, it's just an access, right? Your certificate is just an access. Now, when people call you, what is in your portfolio? What do you have to show? What do you have to back what you said you have learned? And that is part of the reasons this community is here. The projects we build, the projects we are going to take on, whether it is Power BI, whether it is SQL, whether it is Excel or whatever it is, put it in your portfolio. Take it, use it as like, even if it's someone else or myself that gets the data set and we work on it, whatever it is that we do, try to replicate it and own it. It is you that did it. Own it, and keep showing up. When you must have gotten something like 5, 6, 7, 10 projects, all right, different kinds of projects. I will try for us to work on different kinds of projects: customer churn, sales data, hospital data, real estate data, and the rest of that, because these data sets, they have different things that are, or different ways to solve them depending on the solution that you're trying to prefer. As a data analyst, what you do is to prefer solution, right? You generate insight, whether you're predicting, whether you're prescribing, whether you're describing, everything it's in a bid to solve a problem. When your insights doesn't solve a problem, then you are not doing anything. That is why, first of all, what you need to do when you are called or when you are faced with a data set is to try to understand what that data set is talking about. That is the first thing that you would do, right? And when you understand what that all right. So, having said that, having answered that last question, what you need to do if you are in the freelance market, just keep showing up. Keep showing up. And this work that you are doing, don't hide it. Have an account in maybe Viva, LinkedIn, and any of these places where you can be seen. Don't hide. Stay in a place where you can be seen. It's very important, because in fact the social media that we have now is our currency, is a good currency, and if you utilize it very well, you would get a lot of positive. And I will make some corrections and ask them to do it again. This is how you build yourself. Okay, don't just do one project and sit back. For some people it might not take time, for some others it might take a little time, but whatever it is, don't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged. whatever it is that you get at the end of the day, don't get discouraged. If you're determined to make something out of this, all right, just keep pushing it, and push with purpose. All right. And again, there's something I want to tell us. If it's important, yeah, it's good to know all the other tools that we use, but it's important to have a particular tool that is right at your beck and call. It's important to have a particular tool that you will be very confident about. It could be Excel. If Excel is your go-to tool, stay there, right? Understand the concepts of Excel, understand how Excel works, understand how to use Excel to analyze data, to run DAX expressions, to do your modeling, and to visualize. If it is Power BI that is your best, right? So that whenever you're given a problem, you will know, or you have a very good knowledge on how to navigate it. If it is SQL that you want to use, good and fine. Understand the concepts of SQL. Know when to use which command and how to use it, and how to query your database, how to bring in data into your database, how to manipulate, and the rest of that. Okay, that it's important for you guys to know this. Don't just perch on every tool. Try to be conversant, even if it is with one. It does not make you less an analyst. It doesn't. It's good to have a knowledge of how Excel works, how Power BI works, how SQL works, but it's equally important to have an excellent idea of how one, which is your go-to tool, of how that one works, right? Having said this, and having answered that question on freelance or sessions, I'll be taking up other questions that have been asked in the group as we keep doing some practical sessions. Our vision here is to connect method, theory, and practice. All right, a lot of things that is out there. You get a lot of methods, you get a lot of theory, but practice or practicals are not so much out there. So we want to connect these things together so that you can be very confident in yourself. All right, and again, the way to build this level of confidence is to keep showing up. Keep showing up and show up with your interest. Okay, so having said that, we all did this project, but I chose to start with this because a lot of people complained about certain things in this. So I would start with importing my data, right? So I'll go to, this is the sales data that we used, and I think it's a CSV file. Let me be sure. It's a CSV file. Go to downloads, right? I think it is. Let me see if it's this data. I think this is the data. Okay, we open it. If you can hear me, respond with a thumbs up. If you can hear me, respond with a thumbs up. I'm waiting for you guys. If you can hear me, respond with a thumbs up. Okay, Emmanuel is here. Who else can hear me? Who else can hear me? Please respond with a thumbs up. Let me know that you guys can hear me before I continue. Thank you, Rachel. Who else can hear me? Please respond with a thumbs up. Who else is here? Please respond with a thumbs up. Let me know that you guys are here. I'm waiting for you guys. All right. Okay, let's continue. Now, I wouldn't want to load the data. I would want to go straight to transform this data. I think all these processes is okay for us. I think every one of us here knows the steps, so we can click on transform. Now, when you're working on your data, right, this is a sales data. Okay, this is a sales data that we were given, and we were given some questions to answer. Right, we were asked to, for the first part, we were asked to, that is the processes that we were taught, you were asked to import and clean the data. First of all, you must have looked at this data very critically and try to understand what this data is talking about. All right, we have the order ID, we have the order date, we have the customer name, region, and product, and the rest of that. Here you are needed to just clean the data. Okay, and then generate possible insights. Remember, this is a sales data. The organization did not tell you exactly what it is to look out for, right? In this data, I just needed to test your knowledge in the processes that is required to clean, manipulate, analyze data, and to bring out possible results from it. All right, that is what the intent is in giving this assignment. To import data, first of all, that is the first step. Then you clean the data to test your knowledge on how much you understand the process of cleaning your data. And then thirdly, to analyze that data. In analyzing the data, you check, you connect, that is the data table, that is where you go for the data table and connect it to the other table and the rest of that. That is the manipulation. And then the analysis, connecting to the data table, is equally part of the analysis, and then generating the insights. That I think in the later part I asked that you guys to generate some insights on and then represent it on your dashboard. That is just your job here. And if you're able to do these things in any data sets, you are good to go. If you can get a data set, look at it, understand it, be able to clean that data, know how to manipulate the data rightly. All right, because it's not every information that you have in that data set that you should touch. Knowing which to touch and which not to touch as regards the problem statement that, or the solution that you are asked to give. And then running some analysis, running some modeling as well. The DAX expressions that you guys did is part of the modeling process. All right, because like I said, I don't know if it is one of the teams I was talking to, that modeling is just a way of creating relationship between two tables. And those of you that did the assignment to the end must have created a relationship between the data table and the sales table, right? Because I saw some of those assignments and I saw that done. But I know as well that a good number of us didn't understand what happened there. So we'll try to go through it step by step. I've imported my data. The next thing for me to do is to start cleaning this data. Now, some people were asking how to get this. My own does not have this. And Kineko. Well, this is not part of your Power BI environment. You just have to put it. right? It helps to check your data. The way you can do that is to go to your view. You check your white space, check your column quality, check your column distribution. If you want the column profile to show, you can just check it as well. And what does this column profile show? What does it tell us? It tells us, gives us the statistics of each column that you have here. All right, it gives you the statistics of each column that you have here. For the first column, it is 100%. We have distinct of 100, unique 100, null values none, 0 none, a minimum, maximum, and the rest of that. So this is just the statistics of the first column. And if you're working in if you have something that has to do with statistics and getting the statistics of a particular column, you can just come and check on your column profile and pick maybe the standard deviation from here and then carry on with your work. But because I don't need this, I can just uncheck it and it's back to this. Right, from here we can see that we don't have any null values. NaN means null values. We don't have any 0 and the rest of that. But you can as well go to this place and check if there is any null value here. You see where I went to? You click on this arrow, check the null. If there is none. You can just choose. If you choose to remove the empty, it might just remove the empty cells that is underneath, right? And that is just that. And then you check the data type. This is order ID. In some cases, the order ID comes as ABC, a string, because it has a combination of both alphabets and numbers. Okay, but in this case we have just numbers, so it is okay to leave it at this. As you're checking for empty space, you check for the data type, because if it is not in the right data type, you will not get the right answer. Any mistake you make in the cleaning process will affect the end result. One of the students asked me one time when she wanted to generate one of the values and was like, that is giving her an error. I asked her, what did you work on the data type? Did you check the data type when you were working? And that was the problem. Something that was supposed to be a string, she left it as number, and it gave her a problem. So data type, changing or having each column in the right data type is very important. Okay, we are done with this. This is the order date, right? And it is in the right data type. And from here, we can see we have valid 100%, no error, and no empty. Everything is good as it is. 100 distinct and 100 unique. What does this mean? We have 100 different values. None is looking like the other. And that is how it's supposed to be. There is no number here that is supposed to repeat itself, because it is order ID and it should be unique to each customer, right? It should be unique to each customer. It is not meant to have any duplicate. So that's why we have 100 distinct and 100 unique. We don't have any duplicate values here. You can as well want to check by yourself and remove duplicates. Just right click on this column here and get to this place and say remove duplicates. It's still the same thing. Nothing changed, because we don't have any duplicates on this particular column. And this applied steps, every step that you take in your cleaning process, you see it here. And just in case you make a mistake, these applied steps affords you the opportunity to go back to wherever it is that you made the mistake and correct yourself. Yeah, that is one good thing about Power BI, Power Query. Excel Power Query doesn't have this. You can't do this in Excel Power Query Editor, but you are able to do it in Power BI. Now I'm getting to the second part. All right, the second column has an order date, and this order date is very important in what we have to do, because this is a sales data, and a sales data has something to do with orders, the dates the orders were taken, and the order that was taken, just in case there's a problem somewhere, right? We have 100% valid, meaning no error, no empty, and we have 69 distinct values and 45 unique. And you know why this is so? It is possible to have 2 people or 3 people or 5 people or 10 people order different products, or maybe the same products the same day. So it will not be wise for you to remove duplicates on this value, on this column rather. Do we understand it? Do we follow? I want to get a thumbs up if we follow, if we can hear what I'm saying. If you can hear what I'm saying, do we follow? Give me a thumbs up. If you follow, give me a thumbs up. Guys, I'm waiting for you guys. I want to see your thumbs up if you can hear me. All right, thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Rachel. All right, so thank you for that. So it will be unwise for you to remove duplicates on these dates, other dates, all right? And we have 69 distinct values. That is, we have 69 dates that don't have a duplicate, and we have 45 unique. 69 distinct means 69 values here that have a duplicate, and 45 that is standing alone, right? So that is what it is on this table, right? It doesn't have an error, it doesn't have an empty space, but you can choose as well to do like the other ones. You can scroll down. This is a lot, so instead of doing all of that, you can just do remove empty. But from the analysis we have here, this is good. Now we go to customer's name. We can have 2 customers bearing the same name. It's possible since their surname were not given, right? Like we have Sarah Lee here, Sarah Lee from the north, from the south, right? They could be the same, they could be different, and they did this purchasing on different days. Okay, so, and each day they walk into the store, they have a different order. It could be a different product that they even ordered. All right, so it's, you see, looking at this now, the first product that she ordered, because Sarah should be a lady, is a phone. The second product, monitor. The third product, a tablet. All right, and these products rather have their unique IDs. All right, so it means that this particular lady might be the same person, might not be. So you see, there is no need removing the duplicates here, because 2 people can answer the same name. Yeah, 2 people can answer the same name. So basically what we're going to do, and the customer name might be important in what you are analyzing, because probably these people want to know the customer that bought more goods, and probably they want to reward the customer. So you see why the customer name is important, and it's good that you pay attention to it and not just delete it. It's not every column that you have in a data set that you may need, depending on how many columns that you have in a particular data set. Okay, so we go forward to the analysis we have here is already telling us that it is good, but you can just do to fulfill all righteousness, remove empty, and you're good. Now the region, region as well is very important. We have 4 distinct regions. That's 4 different regions, and they have they have the customers that came into the store came in from 4 regions, and certainly there should be duplicates here, because you can have 5 people living in the north, 100 people living in the south, and the rest of that. You will not, because of these things, because of you want to remove duplicates, now delete important information. So what is my point here? Know the column that needs to be removed, the duplicate needs to be removed in, and know the columns that duplicates needs not to be removed from. Yeah, column that you cannot remove duplicates from is your order ID. Just go ahead. We can just go ahead to remove empty. So we carry on. I'm taking out time to explain these things so that when you get any data set that you are working on, you will understand what it is that you are doing. You not just follow the trend. You not just follow what it is that you are doing. Okay, that is the reason I am explaining this one by one by one. Okay, the next column is your product. Your product. You click on the product. Yeah, definitely you would have unique duplicate products here. You will have products that the same products that is duplicate products. That's what I want to say. Yeah, so you don't get to remove duplicates from here. All right. So you can just go ahead to remove empty, and we proceed to quantity. Right, we can have duplicate quantities, and this data is not very dirty. One of these days we will work on a very dirty data. We'll work on a very, very dirty data, and we'll see how these things work. Okay, quantity. Right, quantity gives us the same thing, 100%, 100. This data is not too dirty. We have the unit price, everything looking good, and we have the sales amount. In this sales amount, we only have 2 values that don't have a duplicate. When you see unique, it means it is standing alone. Anytime you see unique, it means it is standing alone. Right? We have 32 values that have brothers and sisters here in this column, and we have 2 values that stand alone. Right? So we can just go ahead, and just because we did it for the rest of the others, remove empty, and here you remove empty. And that is it about this in cleaning this data. We have checked, first of all, the processes that we took. We checked for empty, we checked for duplicate, we checked if they are in the right have the right data type. This is order ID, this is date, this is string, this is correct, region, this is correct, product, this is correct, quantity, this is correct, unit price, this is correct, whole numbers and sales amounts, this is correct. Now we checked for unique value, we checked for duplicates, we checked again. Another thing you would check probably is mislabels, right? That is where people's names are not spelled rightly, but from what we can see here, it's looking as though the names are correct. And if it is not, this analysis, this statistics here would tell you that if it is a name that English doesn't understand, it would show you something here. Right, you check for this, the regions are spelled rightly. Okay, we carry on. The products, their names, we check for mislabels. Everything is working out as it ought to, right? And that is that. So we are done with our cleaning process. The next thing is for us to load this data back to our Power BI environment. And when you are done cleaning and you are sure you are done cleaning, right? There is nothing else you will be doing here. There is no, they did not ask you to find one thing, create a measure or standard deviation or anything, or you don't need to append or merge queries and the rest of that. I hope that in the future we get to work on data sets that will allow us to merge, append, maybe look for standard deviations and the rest of that. We just spread our hands to whatever kind of data that we can find. That is why, like I said when we were starting, utilize this community. If you have a friend, invite them. Let us utilize this opportunity. It's for your own good, so that if you call yourself a data, it will blow your mind how you will grow. And the reason I want to do this is to help you guys build a portfolio for yourself. I want to help, because when you're working alone, it's difficult. Like, it is very difficult when you're working alone. And trust me, this is my field. Most of the data skills that you have might not, unless you pay for a one-on-one session. Even when you pay for a one-on-one session, you may not get what you will get when you are in a community. Unless I forget, this community, I have like left it open. So when I mean I have left it open, I normally come across job opportunities I would be posting on that group. You guys feel free to, especially entry level, junior level data analysts, feel free to apply. But as you apply, make sure you have something to show, right? Make sure you have something to show when you are called upon. So our community, by God's grace, will keep growing in leaps and bounds. Like I said when I was starting, I brought this community to the WhatsApp groups, to our WhatsApp, so that everybody will benefit from it, right? Invite as much people as you can that is interested, genuinely interested in data analytics, right? So that everybody can grow together. Feel free to drop your questions when the group opens over the weekend. Feel free to drop your questions. Feel free to drop your questions. A lot of goodies are coming up, right? Just follow. Make sure to show up each time and participate in whatever it is that we are doing. So back to our work. You're done cleaning. You get to this place. Close and apply. You have apply. Close and apply. When it says close and apply, it means close this Power Query environment and apply whatever changes that you have done on this data to the original data. Now, you do this. Now, it's important again that you have a copy. It's important that you have a copy of the original data, just in case you mistakenly delete things. Yeah? You delete, just in case you mistakenly delete something that you shouldn't delete, so that you will have somewhere to fall back to, right? Just in case the organization may not be there to give you the data that you're working with, or maybe you're even working for yourself, right? You're trying to develop yourself. Just in case you delete a column or a row that you're not meant to delete, so that you have something to fall back to. Loaded this data. This session is meant to last for 1 hour, and I don't want to make it too long so that we will flow. We are done with the cleaning process. The next thing for us to do from the tasks that we were given is to create a calculated column that let me see the question again. The first question says, part B says, okay, create a calculated column that is profit, which is, they want you to create a calculated column, and what they want to see in that calculated column is the profit. So let's go back to it. And the profit here is a calculation of sales amount multiplied by 0.2 or 20%. Right? Now, one would ask, why is this? Why is this 0%? What is this sales amount and the rest of that? Okay, in this case, our sales amount, let's get back to our here, the table view. Let's see. This is the sales amount. Okay, when you want to know your profit at the end of the day, or your profit in each product, is always, the formula for calculating your profit is always your selling price minus your cost price. Right? Your selling price, that is the price that you sold the product at the end of the day, minus the cost price. You may have bought the product at 10 naira and then you sell it at 20 naira. So your profit for that particular product is 20 minus 10. But we don't have cost price in this data. What we have is sales amount. Sales amount and sales amount is a combination of two things. All right? The sales amount here is a combination of the unit price. That is the price that it's when you go to a mall, and when you go to a mall, there is a price tag on each product, and that price tag is the unit price for that product. That is the unit price for that product. That means that is the price that mall wants to sell that product. So we don't know the cost price actually, like the price, and you know that at that point, that whatever price it is that product is on that mall, they have their profit in it. I don't know if you guys understand what I explained now. Give me a thumbs up. I need you guys to follow me. If you understood my explanation now, give me a thumbs up. Guys, I'm waiting. If you don't understand, just write it on the comment section, please. Can you go back, explain if you don't understand? Because this is for us. I want to carry all of us along. If you don't understand, tell me. If you do, tell me, so I will know if I should go back and explain again. I'm waiting, guys. I'm waiting. If you want me to go back, tell me in the comment section. I said, I used an example. I was trying to explain the unit price here. I said that the unit price that I was using a shopping mall as an example. If you go to a shopping mall where the goods are placed on the shelves, they have a price tag to it, and that price and those prices that is those goods are labeled with, the seller or whoever it is that put those goods there, is that amount is profit inclusive. The person is not selling it at the exact amount that he or she bought it, right? So that's That's unit price there is inclusive of the profit. So for you to now know the sales amount, it means that you will have to multiply the unit price multiplied by the quantity of such product that was bought. And in this case, look at this. They have like the phone. This lady purchased about 4 of this phone at a unit price of each of them. She bought it at 300, whether it's naira or dollar or whatever it is, and the total was 1,200. All right, the total of what she bought was 1,200. And from the question that we have, it is said that for each of these products, there is a 20% profit that the person that is selling this product has made or is making or has made. There is a 20% profit that the person selling this product has made. So for this now, for instance, the first one, which is a phone, there is inside this 300 naira, there is a 20% profit. So it would be like 0.2 or 20% profit multiply. If you want to find the actual profit this lady made, the person that is selling this phone, the actual profit would be like this amount multiplied by 0.2. That is the sales amount for these 4 things. It will be the sales amount for these 4 things multiplied by 0.2 or multiplied by 20 over 100. And it will give you the profit. Do we understand? And for this, this is how it would be for every of the products. But they ask that we do this by getting a calculated column. So first of all, you get your table view. It could be, I don't know what it's called in the newest version of Power BI, but this is your table view. You go to your new column. I took time to explain this sales amount so that you will know why the formula was sales amount multiplied by 0.2. In a place where you are given the cost price and you are asked to find the profit, please, what you would do is to find the selling price and subtract it from the cost price. That will give you the profit. But in this case, we don't have the cost price, but we have the unit price. And that unit price is the profit inclusive. All right? Now, what you just do is to use that unit price and multiply it by the quantity of goods that you were given, get the sales amount. And in this case, they gave us the profit that was made by each of these products. So that is why it is easier. Take it again. On a normal day, unless proven otherwise, like the data that we have here, your profit is calculated as sales amount or sales price or whatever it is minus the cost price. So you go straight to it's a new column, and the name of that column will be profit. Yeah, we get to this place, we target profits. And what we want to calculate is we have the sales amount. On the sales data, we have the sales amount. These ones will come out automatically, multiplied by 0.2, because you can't do 20 over 100. You say 0.2. And you press enter. And this is the profit that whoever it is that is selling phone made here for the 4 phones that Sarah Lee bought. A profit of 240 naira, dollar, whatever the stuff the currency was made. Same with this person. Same with and if you check it, each of it, if you check these profits, you would see that all of them would give you a 20% margin. So far, I want to know if we understood. Any questions so far? What is there any observation? Is there anything you want to say? I want to hear from you guys. The floor is open. You can ask your questions. Do you understand? Guys, I want to hear from you. I don't want this session to be too long. Because I would want to take our questions here and our observations or whatever it is that we have to say, and then in our next live session we will continue. I am doing it this way so that there will be good room for assimilation. Do we all understand? Am I the only one here? Guys, I need our feedbacks. I'll take the silence to mean that we grab. Wow. Should I take the silence to mean that we all understand? If you don't talk, there is no way that I can hear or help. Okay, let me take it to be that we all understand, and we'll be pausing the session here today, so that next week we'll continue, and I'll try to see if other people would join up, because for everyone that me for this Power BI assignment to be done again, I would need for them to participate or be a part of this. So, and at the same time, I will want to thank everybody that has joined up for today. Please be here again next week. Please be here again next week and be in time. Come early and don't come alone. Please don't come alone. please don't come alone. Yeah, please don't come alone. Come with someone, so that by next week we'll enter into the more or a more tactical part of this assignment. Please don't come alone. We have a lot of goodies in store. I keep saying this place is for us, and let's utilize it. Okay, thank you, Emmanuel, for coming and being active. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you. Okay, Lekara is as if he has left. Thank you. Who else here? I can see Rachel. I can see Emmanuel. I can see Uzoma. I can see Lekara and the rest of the others. Beamer, please, thank you for showing up. Please come again next week. Be here and come with someone. Let's learn together. This is our platform. Eldera, thank you for coming. Let's utilize it. Okay, we'll be ending up here. Thank you very much, everybody.